Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Anu here, and today I have with me Dr. Vijay. Hi Vijay, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you, Anu?
Thank you so much. I'm doing fine, Vijay. Thank you so much for asking. So, this month is Valentine's month. We talk so much about love, and I'm having a person with me who's a lover of life and who's passionate about so many things. The list goes on and on. When I spoke to Vijay, I mean the hobbies and interests that he has, I really thought that would definitely be an inspiration for so many people who's listening to this conversation. And that's the main reason, Vijay, I wanted to talk to you. And thank you so much for accepting my invite and coming here to talk with me. How are you, first of all? And tell us something about you, your family, and the place you live
I'm doing fine. And I live in Atlanta.
in.
I'm married to Radhika, and I have two kids, Akshaya and Abhishek. And we've been living in Atlanta for almost close to 13 years. So,
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome, beautiful. Atlanta is a beautiful place. I live in Atlanta as well, and I've known Vijay for a very long time. Been watching his shows, and I've seen him dancing, singing, so many activities. Vijay, you keep doing and inspiring so many people, and that's really wonderful. And of course, before we move on to the other side of your hobbies and interests, Vijay is a head of data in a global corporation. And prior to this, Vijay has worked in Coca-Cola. So we live in a place where Coca-Cola is headquartered here in Atlanta, Georgia. And Vijay has also worked in Cox Communications. And apart from this, Vijay has done many, many speeches. We'll get there. We'll get to that topic. And before that, Vijay, tell us something about the love of your children, your family, and tell us something about that.
yeah, family, society, and work. These are the three different brands which I say we all love. And coming to the family part, my kids, I love them. Like any other parents, they love the kids. There are a few special things where I can say my daughter, I love her a lot, and some of you probably may know that she was the first Miss Teen India USA,
Miss
and
Teen India USA. Wonderful.
yes, she was
Beautiful.
Miss Teen India USA. Like you know, she's also a singer. She loves to
Wow.
sing, and she participated in Tamil and Telugu competitions, super singer competitions here. And then she was runner-up in both. And then she used to sing with some of the celebrities who comes to Atlanta.
Awesome.
And my part, because I wanted to follow her passion. A lot of people think that I started singing and she learned from me. It's the other way around. I started to learn from her. So it's
Beautiful.
a lot of activities, even the dance. I started doing it for her
Uh-huh.
because when she was 4, she started dancing,
Okay.
and trying to take her to any kind of choreographer was hard in Atlanta. So I started dancing. It helped me for my health as well as keep my daughter happy. When you see your daughter happy, that's you love your kids being happy. So
So, so nice to hear that you got inspired from her and started following your passion. Wonderful.
yeah, a lot of people think the other way around, but it's she is my coach for singing. So
Wow.
that's one of the reasons why I know you're a great singer. You sing in Mule, but I'm not yet ventured here because I need my coach to be around, so
Okay.
that she coaches me so before I can start singing. So one of the things to like say about her is like she's the one who got into all these activities. Prior to that one, I was very busy at work,
Uh-huh.
but the love for her made me get into all these activities.
Mhm. That's wonderful. Again, Vijay's daughter, she is Miss Teen India USA. That's the title she won, right?
Yep.
Amazing, amazing. Congratulations to her on that. Love to see you both together sing sometime.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So probably I will be like I can sing the Tamil song where you speak and other one sings. So
Oh,
like
beautiful.
the Kamal Hassan Sridevi one, so that might go well. So
Oh, awesome. Awesome. And I also heard that you traveled so many countries with your son. That must be a great experience. Tell us a little bit about that.
yeah, but my son, he loves two things. He loves to travel. He's a big travel. He loves to go to new countries.
Mhm.
Sometimes he creates a map where we have to go, and we will plan for one city, but he'll make us go to like 4 cities. So he loves, and then he's a big sportsman. I'm also big. I love sports, and he's also he loves sports. I've taken him to all sports activities in Atlanta. primarily the soccer. We have a new team, soccer, and then basketball and football as well as baseball. But basketball, I can say we went for the playoff game, and that was a dream because it was he saw some of the top players who were playing for opponent team, and he was quite excited. And
Excellent.
that one, as usual, I love to see him be happy whenever I go to basketball.
Mhm.
He will be watching the game and he'll be excited, but I'll be taking pictures of him because that's a
So,
memory. So I enjoy that one.
making
Uh,
memories. Mhm.
yeah. So and regarding the travel part, we both are foodies. All of us in our family we love food, and one of the experience will be like in Italy, which we traveled recently. There was a lot of places we visited,
Uh-huh.
and one particular spot which I have to say is Florence.
Okay.
Is one where the food was extremely good. It was
Wow.
different. The
Okay.
pizza and pasta, what we tasted was different than what we used to taste in US.
I think that should have
Something,
been the most authentic pizza or pasta, right? The
yeah.
origin, you've had it in the place of origin. So
And they
that
say
must be a great
Florence is the place
experience.
for food, and I can see him so happy during that time.
Okay.
And we love food. Now, since the topic of food, who doesn't love food? And we love food, especially food from different countries.
Nice to see that you enjoyed your time with your son, and that's love of traveling with a family, right? That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that little experience with us. And I also know that you did artwork for your daughter Akshaya. Tell us a little bit about the artwork that you did for her.
Yeah, you probably may see some of my artwork. This is my museum,
Oh,
which I have in
awesome.
my home. There's about 50 pieces here. Uh, but the one which I'm quite happy, or where I was so thrilled is to see my daughter. I asked her how you wanted her 16th birthday. She said, like, I need to come out of a palace.
Wow.
So we drew the palace. So
Uh-huh.
it was painted. It's 20 feet by 16 feet.
Hmm.
The overall, 12 feet, sorry, 12 feet by 20 feet. And I converted a hotel into a palace. So we had a guard outside the hotel. It's an artwork.
Hmm.
And there is an Indian guard, pretty much Indian theme. And we had a huge elephant, 8 feet by 8 feet,
Wow.
elephant drawn. And then we had a cook who was inviting people for dinner. And
Hmm.
finally, we had the palace, which was painted. And it was a surprise. She was not seen till the people all came. And then
Uh-huh.
she came out of the door and she came singing out of the door.
So
And my
sweet.
friends opened it. It was
Uh-huh.
a surprise for everybody because they were not able to see her. So it was a
Okay.
combination of her singing and my artwork combination. And
What a blessed daughter, and what an amazing dad. You've gifted the best thing that you could, and that's your work, right? That's your artwork, and that would have made you so much happy, and of course would have made her happy as well. A memorable 16th birthday, I believe, to your daughter.
that,
Wonderful.
and to add to that one, I can say the one we did for Arangetram.
Mm-hmm.
So Arangetram, my wish is like if, for her to dance in Chidambaram, but
Okay.
that is not possible. So we created Chidambaram Temple as a backdrop. It's a painting
Wow.
about 20 feet by 16 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something unique where she was quite happy, and I was very happy to see my daughter dance in front of the Chidambaram Temple backdrop.
Excellent. See, that's the main reason which I wanted to talk to you, because you follow your passion. So art is something that you love to do from childhood, and you're still maintaining that, and you're giving that gift to your daughter, and that's something extraordinary. I mean, you've inspired so many of us through your artwork. I can see a couple of ones behind you there. It's beautiful artwork, and I would love to share that with the viewers as well while we talk. Um,
That's Tendulkar. When he
Sachin
scored
Tendulkar.
100 centuries,
Uh-huh.
and that particular bat has every single century where he scored and how much he scored.
Wow, beautiful. Wow, amazing. I would love to definitely show that to the viewers as well. So, moving on to a little bit about your parents and your wife. Tell us something about memorable movies that you saw with your wife and about your parents as well.
My wife is Radhika. She's a very great cook, and a lot of you have seen me posting about her
Yeah, we've seen food
food,
pictures, drooling
food
pictures
pictures.
actually.
Yeah. So she loves to travel, especially she loves traveling with the family. She enjoys with the family time along with me. So I see her happiness. That's where. The other thing we both like to do together is watching movies. And the first movie I think we watched is Kirakasi Mele in India. That
Beautiful.
was the first movie I think after marriage which we watched there. And here we watch a lot of movies. It's Rajinikanth, Kamala Hassan. We go to theaters. So as
Awesome.
soon as the movie comes in, we don't skip. We don't watch. Now we watch at home, but like Rajinikanth, Kamala Hassan movies or some Vijay other movies, popular ones, we both go to theater. So
Awesome. Speaking of Rajnikant, I think you did a painting on Rajnikant as well. The number of movies that he's acted in, I've seen that on one of the social media pages. How did you manage to bring all the movies in one picture? So that's something great.
So the total art itself was I'm blessed because I started drawing for my son because both art or chess, my childhood passions started coming back when I started seeing my son draw when he was 3 years old. Then I said, okay, I'll start teaching him there. But art, pretty much, it was all encouragement by my friends in Atlanta or all my Facebook friends. So without that, I don't think I would have done. Every time I started creating, when I first did the Sai Baba picture, and everybody said like, oh, they liked it. I said, wow, there is a fan, people liking it. So it's interesting. So that got into, and I like Rajinikanth primarily because it's a fun watching Rajinikanth movies. It's always joy part. And then I have that thing where my way of doing it, like creating the words. If you can see the Chanakya there, that's all the drama artists are there. Like that, I have Rajinikanth where we have all those things. So I started writing it, and then every time a new movie comes, I think I started doing it from 2010. So I have to go back and add that one. And it's a secret. People have to find it. In Facebook, I used to post. So it'll be hidden in his jacket, or in his hair, or in his eyebrow, or within his eyelid. It'll be hidden. So you have to check. So that was getting people interesting in Facebook. So that's the reason why.
So that's the love of movies and the love on that particular actor that it's an ongoing painting that you've done, I guess, from 2010 to when the movies started releasing one by one, you entered each one of that. And it's amazing, right? Definitely movies. Rajnikant is one of the popular. Who doesn't like Rajnikant? So that's a great. Tell us something about your parents. I definitely wanted to touch base a little bit.
Yeah, my parents they both are alive now. We just celebrated our dad's 80th birthday. So I'm very, very happy. The way I'm very happy the childhood days, what they gave for me. They allowed me to play everything I wanted. I played a lot of cricket, chess, all these things was inbuilt. My mom was the first coach for me now, or first teacher on art. The same thing for chess, which I'm going to talk later. And my dad was a cricketer, so I followed that one. So my first art, which I created here, was my dad and mom. I think I saw the biggest cheer in them was when I got my doctorate recently. My dad came here, and I saw that smile in him when he saw me do the graduation walk, and when my professors came and talked with him. So I think he has gone to that age. There's only few things can make him happy, like grandkids or money or car, house is not going to cheer him up. But this was something where he was very happy. And the second thing I think I may say for my mom was the certificate came for my doctorate certificate, and she was here. So I went and showed it to her, and that smile she gave me after looking at it is I can't believe that one. I've not seen a smile because she always resists to smile when somebody takes a picture. Especially she has her teeth a little bit crooked, so she would always cover her face when she's smiling. But that was the only time where she smiled. I can see her teeth in a picture.
What a beautiful story that you shared with us, Vijay. And what more is the best gift to a mom and dad to see their son getting a doctorate degree? Like, what was the specialization in your doctorate degree? Could you mention that?
My specialization was the doctorate in business. I got it from Georgia State University. It's a highly ranked university in Atlanta. And it's primarily, my thesis is about what is the impact of R&D on sales and EPS. And it's been downloaded in 62 countries. It's downloaded 550 last I saw. So I'm quite happy with all my professors who guided me to get that one. So it changed my life. All the speaking events started coming after my doctorate. So I'm quite happy with all the things from God's directions, as well as my professors who gave me all these things to follow my passion to do my dissertation.
Amazing, Vijay, especially to know about your doctorate degree, and you've managed to do it all together. And it's really nice to listen to these stories. It definitely will be an inspiration for many, many of us. So moving on a little bit to the community love that you have here in Atlanta. I believe you are a popular person here, and there is a lot of so many fans for you, for the work you do, your singing, your dancing. Tell us a little bit about the love for community.
Singing, but dancing is again, as I said, it's for my daughter. I started doing choreography, and it also is good for my health as an exercise. I don't like running in treadmill. It's boring, but I like to answer. Then what happened was we started like a few of us got together when we were a little bit younger than what I'm now. So we all got together. Our first dance was Opodu,
Oh,
and
okay.
it was for Tamil Sangam, which we did, and it
Uh-huh.
was a very big hit. It again, all these things, when people start receiving it, when they start showing all the love to you,
Mm-hmm.
and that gets your skill or your passion to develop,
Mm-hmm.
and that one by one, and I was blessed to say I can 75 shows. I
Wow.
have done almost 25 choreography, but almost like another 50 with various choreographers in Atlanta and other parts of southern US. Not
Beautiful.
just Tamil Sangam, but also for other Sangams like Telugu, Hindi, Gujarati. IACA was very big. So
Mm-hmm.
it's all encouragement, the love, what people said. If I would have got the first egg or tomato after my first dance, I don't think I would have continued. So some started liking it, and that encouragement got me to, and it was good. A lot of smile. I like to see people smiling and enjoying. So
That's a wonderful thing you just mentioned. You like to see people smiling, and that's what you've delivered on stage. And I guess you've done a lot of skits and dramas as well, right? I've seen you in a lot of costumes in some of the pictures.
yeah, I know I'm a jack of all. I try to enjoy, as you said, like enjoy the life. I try to do multiple things, not there. And again, one took to another one because the dance. It took me to I think Atlanta Ganesh. He was a movie actor, and
Uh-huh.
I think that was my first full-fledged drama. I've done some skits prior to that one, and
Okay.
that was a big hit. We were invited in Atlanta. It was then we went to Jacksonville to do.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of incidents which happened. But after that, multiple, probably at stage, I can say about another 10, 15 dramas, which we were doing, done, and then more related to short films
Mm-hmm.
were there. And few things which was big was I did a Kataboman for Patna, was it
Wow.
Jackson Durai, along
Uh-huh.
with Ranga, who played the Kataboman role. He's a great drama director and an actor.
Okay.
And that one went very well. It's a national level stage, and I did few for Telugu.
Uh-huh.
But Telugu was more of a dubbing, which was there, but people used to talk for me and there.
Okay.
But I did that part.
So,
Initially, I was a hero, but later on, people started giving me a lot of villain roles. That I don't know what that year 2009. I got 3 villain roles,
uh-huh.
and after 2012, I started getting in Tamil, especially, I started getting a lot of old man role.
Oh,
I and whereas in Telugu, I was still playing a hero role, but
okay.
so I went from hero, and Atlanta Ganesh, I was more of a hero. So I was getting a lot of hero roles in stage, and then
Uh-huh.
I started getting comedian, then went to a villain for some time. Then I
Okay.
became a grandfather. A lot of people started giving me grandfather role,
Mm-hmm.
and that particular one where I did Ideveli, that short movie video,
Uh-huh.
that was very popular. I think it had quite a few views, and it was seen by people all over the world. It was a grandfather role. How a difference between a grandfather living in US, for the grandfather visiting from India, and
Uh-huh.
the grandchild living in US. How
Okay.
is the difference between them? And it was quite well received. That was there.
That's
Another one is I recently acted along with YG Magendran's daughter when they came here.
mm.
So that was something on the.
Would you tell us about some of the weird roles that you've done in acting?
So as we spoke, right, I started as a hero. I did a lot of comedy, then went into old man's role there. And one of the short films I thought was the hardest part in my acting was I did that.
Oh,
So and usually I got more screen time as a dead man than as an actor in other roles, because the whole thing was about my death, like part. And then the hardest part is you have to keep your stomach. You cannot see that you're breathing.
how did you
So
manage to do that?
there were one or two scenes people found that I'm still breathing, but
Oh, wow.
most of the time, and it's you cannot smile because there are so many things going on, and you don't know when the camera is on your face, and so you have to figure that you don't know, you're closed your eyes. So but there's so much going on, you have to have a stiff face, and you hear that suddenly somebody will say something else, but the cameraman will not be focusing on them, he will be focusing on you.
And you
So
shouldn't laugh, you shouldn't react.
initially I thought it's the easiest role where you sit there, do nothing,
I don't
but
think.
it had all the complications of there. So
Excellent. That's, I guess that's one of the weirdest roles that you've done.
yeah, it's the weirdest role, and then on
I
that
think you
particular
have a
project.
lot of connections to celebrities as well. You've met many of them. The list goes on, I believe. Could you name a little, one or two of them?
Few of them, the one will be P. Sushila. I did an
Wow.
MC for P. Sushila.
Uh-huh.
That was, I think, the big one. Initially, I started the stage passion or stage hobby. Before dancing was MC.
Mm-hmm.
I started talking comical things, and people liked it. And it came from when I did my MBA. I was prepared for stage, so I took that for Tamil to speak. And when P. Sushila came over here, I did an MC with her. Like I was the MC, so that got me into a lot of MC roles to do for others. But I think she was the biggest celebrity. I've done it for other people, but other celebrities I can say will be Raja. He's a debate known for debate. Pattimantam Raja. Under his, he was a judge, and I was on the side speaking for. I think it's for men, I guess, versus women kind of debate. And
Okay.
I think I spoke for it, and I was a comical. I was a comical piece there.
Beautiful. Excellent, Vijay. Nice to know all this. And especially the best part here I like is you've not only focused on one particular language and community, you've gone a wide range of from Telugu to IACA to GATS. And I think you have a lot of them in hand. So you're familiar in all these organizations, and it's a wide variety of people that you've met. So it would have been a great experience.
It's all directors, right? They said okay. They probably being an amateur, they probably thought they had trusted me that I probably will act.
Okay, awesome. I think the acting thing that you mentioned about one place you're a grandfather and the other place you're a hero, I mean, villain and hero, it's exactly similar to what's happening in Kollywood and Tollywood, I guess. An actor acts as a hero in one area and the other place he's a villain. So you've had a wide range of characters, I believe. That's wonderful, which means you can do all the roles. So that's good to know. You can be a villain, you can be an hero. That's good.
I'm a puppet. It's directors who gets the credit. They tell me what to say. I just go ahead and act. That's all.
Beautiful, Vijay. Thank you so much for sharing that experience. A little bit about the love for your work. Um,
Love for my work. I love my work. I'm very passionate about it. You probably might have seen some of thing there, and I do part-time job. I'm also a professor at GSU, Georgia State. I love teaching. Graduated close to 100 plus students, primarily in data science and AI. And some of them, most of them have got into pretty good companies. That's something which I'm very, very happy about. And other thing about my work is like I'm very passionate. I love it. I go to work, which I love to work there. And I am very passionate about AI, and that's my focus. And I try to. I'm fortunate to whatever I did in my thesis, we're able to use here practically in the work, which not many people get to do. So I can do my dissertation at work, how to increase sales using data science.
Excellent.
And I go and speak. I've done about 25 speeches all around the world. The one I would like to say where the biggest piece is like where I got invited in Malaysia to represent both the North and South America. They had only one person to represent both North and South, and they had people from all over the world come there, and they recognized me as the only corporate citizen in the stage, and most of the other people were all the politicians. And people who came from UNESCO from UK, and they invited us a corporate citizen. So that was a unique thing from Malaysian government to do that for me.
Excellent. Amazing to know that you've done so many speeches on stage, because there are many people who would, not have that much courage to get on a stage and talk. So it's really inspiring to know that you've done so many speeches on many topics, and AI, need of the hour, I guess, artificial intelligence. There are many people that are interested in AI these days. And recently also we had a women empowerment and AI related topics. So a little bit on the women empowerment.
Yeah, in my current role, I'm also involved in diversity inclusion. So I am making sure that we are hiring women, as well as I've also given a lot of speeches. I had gone to a minority college, women college in Atlanta when I was working for Coke, to encourage them to get into the new technologies. So I've given speeches. I'll be soon giving speeches in Carnegie Mellon Women's Division, where to encourage them how they can be a force. And even at college too, I do have a lot of women students who are learning data science. So these are all the ones where I'm trying to be making sure. And the other thing where I also do is I also give a lot of speeches, as well as teaching on stock market as well as wealth. And I also encourage a lot of women to come and attend those sessions. We have done a couple of things for Telugu and Tamil community. There I also emphasize primarily in Facebook and all I post, and I request women to participate more, so that the wealth is a very critical piece for women to be in forefront, so that wealth management as well as building wealth. So
excellent to know this. I mean, it's people like you who can give speeches like this, and it will at least inspire one person, listening to that speech, and that's a big benefit, right? So really nice to know about the women empowerment part of this, especially. And moving on to the chess, the love of chess that you have. I think you met or played with Vishwanathan Anand. Tell us something about it. I'm so excited to know about it.
Yeah, chess is something which my mom taught me, and I grew up in streets, probably playing like 30, 40 games a day. It's like that Chennai 6029, like we used to play chess tournaments between streets.
Okay.
Or from my petai to another petai. So we used to go and do that. So that's how I grew up. So,
area to area.
Area to area. So we used to play like that. And later on, when I started playing a little bit more interested there, and I started playing for Tal Club. And I and Anand grew together playing in Tal Club. We both were playing together.
Wow.
Anand, her mom used to bring him, and they used to call me Anna there during that time. So he had come from Malaysia, I guess, Malaysia, Thailand, somewhere they were there, and they moved back to Chennai. And I think that it was quite a few years we have played together.
And for viewers who are listening, we're talking about the world chess champion, Vishwanathan Anand. It's amazing, this experience itself.
And then I started teaching here in chess, because again, this is again I wanted to teach for my daughter. And somebody I told that I used to play with Anand there, and they said like, why don't you start teaching chess? And I also played some tournaments. I won a few tournaments here, and I played the World Open in Las Vegas. Wow. And I played Philadelphia US Open. Again, in my level, because I've not got to the higher levels then. So I played there because it was a gap about 20 years I've not played. And but with kids, it was very hard to continue. But I said I'll start coaching. So it became big. It's been about 17 years I coached in Atlanta, about 1,500 students I coached. And the thing there is like at least 25, 50 different state championships they won, and some of them won some national level. Not a national champion, but I think I had one who got 8 in national level. But the good part now is like 3 of them are going to become on the verge of becoming grandmasters. They're already like IM masters or pretty high level, that is 2,200 rating and above. So they are going to be getting, again, it's all encouragement of, if not for the Atlanta crowd who kept on encouraging me, I don't think I would have done it.
Amazing, amazing that you have passed on the knowledge that you know to the younger generation, chess coaching that you're giving. And of course, you brought in your Atlanta friends who have inspired and encouraged you. So I've seen a lot of pictures with your friends, the Halloween pictures. Those are all fun. I guess you must have had a lot of fun times with them.
Yeah, Atlanta has been a pretty great place. So I have my cricket friends. So
Mm,
cricket is another big passion. So I can say I used to play in India. I had a pretty good team in India. Played up to fourth division there. And when I came here, I started playing and I started facing West Indian bowlers. Then
mhm,
after marriage, I didn't want to get hurt. But I was playing a lot of cricket with my friends. I have a cricket team here,
mm.
Phoenix CC, and 7 years of playing cricket along with them. I think I played till I don't want to say my age, but I can say till my almost close to 50, I was playing cricket
Wow.
here. So until they chased me out, I think I was playing there. And I also played tennis. Tennis is another thing of crowd in Atlanta where we had a very good team, almost like 10 years, 10, 12 years I was playing.
Uh-huh.
We had a unique thing. We were the first almost all Indian team to win the city, and we went to state. Twice we won the city. So
Excellent.
totally, I have 4 city championships with my teams here.
Mhm.
Again, I will not take full credit. I was part of the team. But there are good players. I was more of another one more player there, but I think that there was some strong players who made this to happen, and that was something which I think I have to be with the Atlanta crowd team who went in. But I also have to tell with the one question you are asking about the Atlanta crowd. Atlanta is a fun crowd. You probably seen my gang. I will say we are still 18 years old. The way we behave.
So that's the
Uh,
best thing I've heard. Awesome. That.
we are like the Vardapada, the Bollywood Sangam. It's
Oh
like
wow.
we still think that we are 18. The way we behave, you probably have seen the people troll us in Facebook. Even though we most of us have gray hair, and I think we still behave like that. The way we do for Halloween, and the way we celebrate the birthdays, and the
Yeah.
way we post. So we just still again be so much fun, be very jolly. It's I've been blessed. I've been blessed in Atlanta where people
Wonderful.
they celebrate like every birthday people celebrate, even in Zoom calls they celebrate, and there have been so many surprise parties. So
Mhm.
where else you'll get garland and all on my I think on one of my birthdays they all came and put garland,
Oh.
and they put the shawl and
Yeah, the
ears
shawl that.
and so on and so. So,
Amazing.
my friends are they will make you feel young. So it's
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I'm so glad that I know at least some of them, like Abhay, and some of them really. I think joyful crowd you people are. You make.
oh, same you. I think you also dance with us in Kolaveri, right?
Yes, yeah. There was a why this Kolaveri song flash mob that we did for Gats. I think many years ago, and it was a fun experience, right? You were the one that started the song, so two of them, you all just started, and we all joined. It was a flash mob that we did.
Yes,
So
it was I and Anup. We both usually we
right,
have the characters who get into all those things,
yeah,
and then Akshaya joined, my daughter, and then
yeah,
I think everybody joined. It was fun. It was a lot of fun at GATS, and it
yeah.
was pretty well received.
Yes.
It was
Beautiful.
very nice.
Beautiful to know about your friends. And that's the main reason that I wanted to have this conversation with you, because I see you as a lover of life. You are passionate about so many things. The list goes on and on. And thank you so much for sharing about so many things, love for your children, your family, your wife, your parents, and the love for your community, the so many things, activities you've done for the community, the love for your work, your artwork. I'm inspired just talking to you, and I'm sure many people would be inspired as well listening to this.
No, it's like a circle thing. Like each of us are inspiring each other. Like your role is you're in so many things. You're a singer. I see you're
Thank you.
singing mule. You're conducting a talk show. You do dance, and I
Thank
think you also paint
thank
multiple things. So I like it's inspiration, and I will say all these things to Atlanta crowd.
you.
Primarily, I don't think. I would have done all these things because whether it is a Tamil Sangam or my friends, whether I was doing the stock market related one or anything, it's people encouraging me. They say, no, they're always positive, positive, positive. It's a love which keeps you going. It
Exactly.
would have been the first time when somebody said, oh, this artwork sucks, or negative about it, I may not have continued. Or that encouragement which keeps you going, and it's there. And it's love, right? It's like
It's
people.
a positive energy between one another. I guess that's the need of the hour, especially what we've seen through last year and the lockdown situation. It's the energy that we provide to one another and motivation, and that's the main motto of this conversation. I started this talk show during the COVID lockdown period. I was unable to meet people, so I thought, why not just meet through Zoom and talk to people and get them tell stories. And if that inspires one person, I'll be so happy. So that's the main reason I ran through your profile and I was so inspired. And I thought, okay, people need to know about you and all these stories.
There is one thing which I forgot to say, the reason, since you're saying inspiration part. There is one artwork which was probably, I'll say, I continued more.
Uh-huh.
I created this Warangal fort for a national convention for Telugu
Uh-huh.
in Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
The big inspiration for me on that one is like it was a walk through art. People are walking through that art. The Union Minister of India came in here. He was from Andhra Pradesh.
Uh-huh.
And when he walked, a lot of people wanted to take pictures with him, but he took a picture with Warangal Fort.
Oh.
And the photographer came back and told me, like, that is the only picture where he said he wanted to take.
Excellent.
And the rest of the pictures were all people wanted to take with him. So that was a big inspiration. Like that's where your art can reach to people. Excellent. And the same thing for chess. When the mothers come back and give you, I get called for the graduation parties now because I taught chess. So that makes it like, wow, people still remember and you still keep continuing teaching them.
Amazing, amazing. These stories really will inspire a lot many people, and I'm so excited to talk these things, especially the last point that you mentioned, the Warangal Fort. These are really inspiring experiences, I believe, that you can share with people. So, Vijay, we are talking this issue during the Valentine's month, and I wanted to cover a little bit on this topic as well. What is the best gift that you've given your wife, or what is the best gift that she's asked you? Tell us something about that.
She loves me to draw, and she likes some of the artwork which I do. And I think once she has asked me, I will say I have a lot of gifts that we've given as a material gift, but certain things will go past material after a point of time. One is like she asked me to draw Krishna. Wow. And that one, Baby Krishna, was something which I drew for her, and that is for her. And then she asked me to draw Lakshmi once, and then I drew that one. Something else, another family member in our house is Max. You probably would have seen Max picture a lot. Max is, he cheers me up. Like when we're talking about love, I love my dog, and he loves us so much. So there are some pictures of him which we can share. So.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you on including about Max as well. We all love Max. We've seen so many pictures of Max on social media. Again, thank you so much on sharing that as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vijay, on all this. And thank you so much for talking to me about the list of passionate things that you have. And I'm so excited to have this conversation with you. Thank you so much again, Vijay. Again.
Thank you, Anu, for inviting me. And again, happy Valentine's Day to everybody who's going to be watching this video. And thanks a lot again for inviting me.
Thank you, Vijay. Thank you.